Hey guys, here with a quick story on LaToya Jackson. Now, LaToya Jackson was always seen to be the black sheep of the Jackson family, okay? Was always the kind of like the outcast. And now here we are decades later, and she still seems to be the outcast. And why? Her ex-fiance is being accused of stealing from the Michael Jackson estate to the tune of $1 million. And the estate is like, give us our property back. Give it back. Okay. So his name is Jeffries. And now LaToya is all tangled up in this situation because this thing is in court. And now she's going to have to be grilled for 8 hours to say, like, where's the property? What happened? What do you know? Why did Jeffrey take this property from the Michael Jackson estate? And allegedly, he took it a few days after Michael Jackson passed away. Now, they tell you, want to know the true colors of people? Let somebody die. People start to act in a fool. I know some people who relatives literally empty out the deceased relative's house before the rest of the family could even get there. I'm talking took jewelry, clothes, whatever they wanted. Okay, emptied out the house. People get messy when people pass away. And it seems like it doesn't matter if you're rich or poor, people act crazy when a death happens because Michael Jackson got $1 million stole from his estate. And now his own sister, LaToya Jackson, has to answer some questions. Now, we're going to get more into this story, people, right after this. All right, guys, I'm going to go ahead and share the screen with you. Let's get into this LaToya Jackson story. So, under oath, LaToya Jackson to be grilled for 8 hours about claims her ex-fiance stole $1 million of property from Michael Jackson's personal estate. Okay, so LaToya Jackson will be grilled under oath about her ex-fiance Jeffrey Phillips and the claims brought by her brother Michael's estate that he stole priceless memorabilia from the late pop star's home, okay, once he passed. According to the court documents obtained by Radar Online, a Los Angeles Superior Court judge ruled that LaToya will be deposed for 4 hours by Jeffrey's legal team and another 4 hours by the estate's counsel. So a total of 8 hours. Each side has time to grill LaToya about this situation. As we previously reported last year, the estate run by executives John Bianca and John McClain dragged Jeffrey to court, demanding he return a trove of Michael's items. In court documents, executives claim Jeffrey stole hard drives, personal items, handwritten notes, and the various electronic devices in the days after Michael's death. Now, this is crazy, right? So the state became aware that Jeffrey had the items, which they believe may contain unreleased music from the king of pop, and claimed he tried to sell them to a third party. So he tried to get money off it, okay? So Jeffrey has denied he stole the property. He told the court, I never lied about having the Carolwood items or otherwise concealed the fact that I kept the Carolwood items in storage. Jackson family members knew I had these items. So when he say family members, does he mean people outside of LaToya also knew? Or is he talking about just LaToya knew? In a declaration filed in court, he added, had the estate simply asked for the property and not resorted to the premeditated setup and bullying tactics, I would have called LaToya to inform her that the estate was requesting the items, and the two of us would have then called her mother. If Miss Jackson instructed me to give the property back to the estate, I would have done so. So his claim is that, maybe it's LaToya and Miss Jackson that knows that he had this stuff. The party has been unable to reach a settlement and will be heading to trial. Jeffrey has demanded he be allowed to dispose 93-year-old Catherine Jackson. Okay. However, her team said the elderly Jackson should not be forced to relive the pain days after her son's death. Her grandson, Taj, filed a declaration explaining how difficult it is for Catherine to discuss the topic. So Jeffrey's stance is that, you know what? He didn't just go take this on his own. I feel like his stance is Miss Jackson knew, LaToya knew, and I perhaps did it on behalf of the family. He said, my grandmother was and is still very affected by the death of my uncle, her child. This was by far the saddest event that I saw her experience in her life. Understandably, she finds it very difficult to talk about my uncle's last few years and also about the very sad weeks and months following his sudden and unexpected death. And I do agree. Leave Catherine out of this. Taj even questioned Jeffrey's claim writing. I find it extremely hard to believe that my grandmother would have entrusted Mr. Phillips to handle the storage of my uncle's personal belongings taken from the Carrollwood resident. In fact, as my grandmother knew, I had been entrusted by my uncle before his passing personally to handle storage of many of his personal items. LaToya has yet to state her position on the matter, but will soon state it at the deposition. So Jeffrey's stance is that LaToya and Mama Jackson, they knew that he had this stuff and took this stuff. And that's why he wants Mama Jackson to get on the stand too. We're going to have to stay close to this case because it's going to be interesting what LaToya says. But again, if LaToya was not the one in charge, technically, brother or not, you had no right to go in his home and take anything with or without your fiance, or to tell your fiance that he had the right to take anything. So LaToya and Jeffrey may be going down, especially if they're going to block Mama Jackson from going to testify. And I'm going to lean on the side of Mama Jackson and the nephew. I can't see out of all the people in the world, if they was going to take something from the home and put it in storage, that they would have LaToya do it with her ex-fiance. And he never even became a husband. He was a fiance. So somebody who is technically not even really part of the family, you want him to go get this stuff and store it somewhere for the family. It doesn't make sense to me. But listen, sometimes things don't make sense, but they are true. So let me know your thoughts on this situation. Do you think LaToya and her ex-fiance took the stuff from Michael Jackson's estate and legally, in a sense that they got permission from Mama Jackson? Or do you think that, it was self-gain and he's holding hostage on this thing? And at this point, if he knows the estate wants it back, just give it back. Just give it back. Anyway, guys, chat with me in the comments, and when I get an opportunity, I will chat back. What are your thoughts on this situation? If you're not a subscriber, subscribe, hit the notification bell so that every time I upload a video, you will be notified. If you are a subscriber, thanks for watching and welcome back. All of you out there, hit that like button. Chat with me, guys, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.